Hello folks, we're back on the Deckers Trail today. This hill, it's just uphill the whole way to the end. And I believe it is somewhere around 12 to 14 miles. Now that I know I don't really need any battery coming back, I'm going to see just how far a big guy like me, over 290 or so, if this bike will take me that far going uphill, and we'll see how much battery we have left. I last tried to conquer this hill, I don't know, 2 or 3 videos ago, called the 7-mile climb video. And my battery had gotten down a little bit less than half, and I decided to turn around at 7 miles. But today I decided to start out a little bit closer to the bottom of the hill and see if I can make it to the top. I'm probably going to go most of the way in pedal assist 2, try to hover around 10 to 12 miles an hour, and we'll see how that works out. So we'll see if we can get a little bit farther up, see just how far I can go up this hill. Now, I have heard the incline of this hill is anywhere from over the 14 miles, I guess, 12 or 14 miles. I've heard some comments that said it was about 1,000 foot climb. And then I've heard others that says it's about an 1,800 foot climb over those same 12 or so miles. So I'm not really sure. But with the help of our GPS app, our Relive app, we'll be able to see just how much we did climb. Down here at the base, there's quite a few road crossings. I was actually to miss several of them because I started a little bit closer to the mountain. But I think we'll still end up having to have at least 2 or 3 more road crossings. But I hope everybody out there is having a good day. This should be Tuesday, the day that I upload this. This is actually Saturday as I'm writing. My last video post was Tuesday. I usually don't go that many days without posting. There goes a little bunny rabbit. But I ran into what writers call writer's block, I suppose. I ran into writer's block, and I didn't quite know where I should go next after my last video that was an hour long, and I went through all that mud and Heard that screeching hawk. Passed some four-wheelers. Had that man-eating dog barking at me. Saw the glass factory. I'm thinking, how in the world can I top that video? And the thing with these videos is, every time you post one, you sort of, I guess, sort of unconsciously try to make them better each time. And I've come to realize that that's a little bit unrealistic. And you're just not going to get a better video every single time. A lot of it just depends on what you come across during the trail ride. So I didn't, I don't know, I didn't feel that fire. I just couldn't, I had an idea block. I couldn't decide on an idea. Plus, we've had, my last video, we had just finished a huge rainstorm, and after I rode that day, it started raining again, and the weather's just been pretty terrible. I also had a birthday during that time. I had a birthday on Thursday. So, you know, my wife wanted to do a little birthday for me, so I couldn't ride that day, even though it was halfway nice. And then, unfortunately, the father of one of my neighbors passed away just a couple days ago. We were very close with him. He across this road. He had had cancer for a long time, and he'd been going through chemo. Started having blood transfusions like crazy, until finally the doctor said, you know, even with treatment, he probably won't have more than a couple months. You know, if he decides to stop taking treatment, he may have a couple weeks left, but at least he'll feel decent. So he opted not to do the treatments anymore. And daggone it, that guy, he hung around with us for nearly 2 months without any treatment. And we got a call one morning early that he had passed, and you know, it's really tough. So I've kind of been down in the dumps a little bit the last couple days with that, plus me getting a year older. Just a perfect storm. So hopefully I'm through that, and we'll continue posting pretty regularly, at least a couple times a week, like I have been. So I thought I'd start off getting back into it. I feel like this mountain got the best of me last time, and it wasn't okay with me, so I decided my first thing back, I had to give it one more shot and see if I can conquer this mountain on the good old Lectric XP. It's kind of an overcast day today. It rained this morning. I went out and had lunch with some friends, and actually it was my uncle and some other guys. Came back, figured I'd get rained out today, but looked like there was a couple hours where it wouldn't be raining, so I thought, man, if I want to get out and create another video, get some more riding in, I better do it right now. So we're out here, and I have to tell you, I'm in pedal assist 2. I'm pedaling with it. I'm only about 2 miles in, and my legs are already getting tight. I'm trying to Trying to pedal with it as much as I can. By the way, I started with about 54 volts. It shows 50 now, but that's because I'm drawing voltage as I'm going up this hill. So we'll see what happens. That cloud cover is making it pretty dark. One thing about action cameras, if you have a lot of light, you know, they do a good job of making the video look pretty sharp. But boy, you get cloud cover, get a little bit of darkness, and you know, things on the side, especially where you have your foliage and stuff, tend to look a little blurry because of the low light. So hopefully this is not looking too terrible, because it is kind of dark out here, especially under all these trees. I'm hoping there's not a lot of people on this trail today. Last time I came up, it was pretty full of people, and I wanted to stop and take a couple pictures, but there were people in the way, and I really didn't feel like stopping and waiting for them to clear out of the way and everything. So maybe I'll be able to do that a little bit better today. And then those pictures will be attached to the little relive map that I show at the beginning. Take a quick look at these rock formations. And I'll head on off again. Back. Yeah, we are getting up on the mountain now. So this little clearing right here is where I stopped last time. So from here on is brand new path for me. And we'll see how far we can keep on going. While riding, I'm at 48.6 volts. So if I stop, it's probably going to be around 49 and a half. So I should be able to go pretty far and keep going anyway. Now up here's something pretty interesting. I saw this on a couple pictures. This little brown building that we're riding up to here on the left, it's called Dave's Snack Shack. And you can go in there and ring a bell and buy snacks, food, drinks. I imagine the guy lives probably in one of these houses. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Looks like it's closed today. You think it'd be open on a Saturday, but there's really nobody out today, so I guess the threat of the thunderstorms that are coming are keeping people home. I don't want to get stuck out here in a lightning storm. Now we should be coming up to a limestone quarry pretty soon. Looking off through the trees to my right, I'm seeing a fence, and up on the mountain it looks like a bunch of crushed rock, so we must be getting pretty close to it. See above us, there's the belt. I guess they crushed some stone up here up to our right on the mountain, and that belt will take it over here to our left, and that's the Limestone Quarry. Looks like we've got a truck crossing up here. Yeah. If I can find a good vantage point. The roof's kind of washed out a little bit there. If I can find a good vantage point, I'll stop and get a decent view of it. But they've got rock piled all over the place. Hi. Yeah, I think I'll be able to get a view of it from here. How are you? I want a couple electric bikes for you guys. I'm not sure exactly what kind they were. But over there is the rock quarry. It's actually limestone. All right. Let me see. I'm at 48.5 volts. And we're at 7.5 miles according to the bike. It's probably more like about 8.5 miles so far. And again, this road, this trail is totally uphill. We haven't even hit a flat spot since I started up. And I'm going in pedal assist 2. So this doesn't take all day long. Pedal assist 2 it's about what I ride with most of the time. If I'm on perfectly flat ground, I'll do pedal assist 1. I usually out-pedal pedal assist 1, just because I like to get that exercise, but I also like to keep it there instead of 0 in case I need to use the throttle. Because as you guys probably know, if you do not have the bike on at least pedal assist 1 through 5, the throttle doesn't work. So if you're on 0, the throttle doesn't work. So you have to at least be on pedal assist 1 so you can use the throttle if you ever need to. But like I said, today I'm doing pedal assist 2 so I can keep around 10 miles an hour, because I don't want this to last all day long going up this hill. And all of a sudden it's gotten a little steeper. I'll be interested to see once we get up here as far as we can go how many feet I've climbed since we started. Here's an interesting looking feature. A bunch of trees hanging over a rock wall. You can see that. Huh. That's definitely man-made. Those are rock blocks. So they must have done that to keep the hillside from caving in on the trains when it used to be a train track. I just imagine when this was a train track, going through West Virginia like this with trees that go over top of the tracks, every single storm, and even in between storms, you'd have to have the railroad guys traveling these tracks quite a bit to make sure there weren't any trees down or boulders that rolled out into the track, or sides of a hill that, you know, slid down over the track. The last thing you want is a train hitting something like that and going off the track and wrecking. So I imagine that's a 24-hour job just patrolling these railroads. There's a picnic table with a little bike rack there. It's kind of nice. We've been going about 50 minutes as well. Wow. I just want to show you guys. This is the edge of the trail. And that stuff is just hanging perilously up there. Trees right on the edge. Kind of a dangerous feeling just standing here. That's pretty wild. So let's continue on, shall we? Something you don't see every day. Guy walking along the trail reading a book. Killing two birds with one stone. Thought he was walking kind of strange. There was no arm swing whatsoever. He was holding the book up. Not only that, but he was reading out loud. So maybe he's making an audio book or something like that. Little overhang up here. And again, that's pretty cool. It's almost like a little roof up there. And it kind of hangs over the trail. The creek is way down there. You can probably hear it a little bit. Hi. Oh my. All right, folks, I got to get a shot of this. I thought it was awfully loud down there. Check that out if you can. Nice waterfall. I have to say, this is one of the most scenic trails that I've been on. Very nice. If it was just flat. Some people stopped over here, probably walking down over by the creek. Yeah, they're out there on the creek. They're having fun in the water. Let me look real quick and see where we are. Let's see here. Decker's Creek Trail Profile. As you can see, we started down here and we've been going up, 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 up. And here's Masontown. So we're right at the point of the hill, the mountain. So we're almost there. And I found out what these purple dots are. Those are trails to be completed. So I went to Point Marion a week or two ago, and I stopped at one of these and said I wasn't sure what the purple dots were, but I found a paper map, and it told that this is to be continued type stuff. So this trail actually goes all the way to a place called Reedsville, and we're not going to go that far, but we started let's see, we started somewhere around this number 3, and we've come all the way up to that star, Masontown. And we are currently at 10.2 miles with 47.3 volts. So let me see what our app says as far as miles so far. It's okay. Let's see. So our app actually says 10.9 miles. Bike says 10.2 miles. So they're pretty close this time. So let's continue on and see what else is out through here. This is pretty cool. Masontown Trail Access, Deckers Creek Rail Trail sign. It's pretty sweet. Let's see. And I see they've got some tools over here where you can work on your bike again. It's pretty nice. There's the place you can work on your bike. You can actually hang it up on that thing. Get it up off the ground if you need to. Got a little tire pump there. That's all pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like I'm pretty safe from the rain, honestly. I don't know if this little bridge, what it goes to. Take a quick look. Whoa. Sounds kind of chompy. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah. Narrow bridge, I'll tell you. Well, anyway, I think I'm just going to go head on back. So it looks like you can go at least 10.5, almost 11 miles uphill. You know what, I forgot to look, and well, shoot, I guess when we get back down I'll have to see how many feet we climbed. So next time you see me, we may be back at the truck looking to see how many feet we climbed. You have to finish the ride before it'll pop up. So anyway, we should have a nice leisurely ride back down this mountain. All right, folks, I took a quick stop to change the battery in my camera, and I didn't even notice until just now there's a little cross, which generally means somebody passed away right there. So that is kind of a little bit of an ominous thing. Right there. So we will continue on. That is really cool. Guys, it's kind of hard to believe I went all the way up this hill, which is, I don't know, about, I forget what I said back there, 10 and a half miles or so. Solid uphill. Pedal assist to 290 some pound me, and I still have 46.7 volts left on this Lectric XP. So I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty amazing. It kind of goes to show you that, I mean, these things are for about any size person. I saw a video with somebody that was 6'6" or 6'7", something like that, riding this thing. And I don't think he was as heavy as I am, but you've got me being heavy, him being tall, and he was able to ride this XP just fine. Now here's this block wall that somebody made. You kind of see it. They even have drainage pipes coming out of it. Some of it's concrete as well. Some cribbing blocks, railroad ties. So that's a man-made wall to hold that up. Some washed out road here. I tell you, for those of you that have the Lectric 1.0 like I do, whether you already have it or you decided to keep with it instead of the 2.0 and you haven't gotten it yet, don't worry about not having the suspension forks. My last couple videos, I think, have shown that, you know, this bike holds up over that stuff. It's kind of like riding a BMX bike. If you see some really big time holes, dips, bumps, whatever, if you just put a little bit of pressure on your pedals, kind of stand up from the seat just slightly, you just glide right over those things with these big fat 4-inch tires. You know, you can let a few pounds of air out, and you know, I really don't miss having the suspension forks. I know the 2.0 has the thinner 3-inch tires, which doesn't sound like a huge difference, but then the battery is a little bit smaller as well. So I'm not sure how these battery tests that I do going up hills and things of that nature with a person my size would translate to the 2.0's battery, which is a 9 point, I don't know, I'm not even sure, 9.2 amp hour maybe. This is a 10.4 amp hour battery, but you know, maybe with those thinner tires, maybe it kind of evens out a little bit. I don't know. I just happy with the original. You know, if somebody sent me the 2.0, I wouldn't be mad at them. I'd actually like to try one of those out and just kind of see for myself. I know the motors are the same, so you shouldn't lose any of the power. The question is, do you get as much distance out of them? Not sure. I'm sure there's some folks out there that have done the math You know, figured in the drag of the tires and all that stuff to see theoretically how long that battery, or how that battery would stack up against the one in the originals. That's not me. I just kind of give you real world experience while I ride. So I think I'm pretty comfortable in saying that if you're even close to 300 pounds, you can get 20 to 25 miles out of these bikes, no problem whatsoever. So just imagine if you're 100 pounds, 120, 150, 180, and even 180, you're still less than 100 pounds, or you're still 100 pounds less than I am, so my bike has to do a lot more work. So I'm really comfortable in saying a big guy close to 300 pounds, you can go 20 to 25 miles on this with no problem. And this is with crushed stone. So if you're on paved roads, I mean, you keep it on pedal assist 2 or 1, you know, 2's okay. I would venture to say you may get closer to 30 or maybe more than that, depending on how you ride. So I don't know too many people that go much farther than 30 miles on a bike ride. All right, folks, we're back. Let's see here. We went 21 miles. Took us about 2 hours. We went about 10 miles an hour most of the time. Let's see here. Find our app. 21.1 miles. Our app says 21.9 miles. So that's pretty close this time. About 2 hours and 10 minutes of driving, of riding. 21 miles, almost 22 miles. Still have 46.5 volts left. 46.4, 46.5. And so I think that goes to show you that you know, if a big guy can travel 10 miles, 10 or 10 and a half miles uphill the whole time, and make it back for a total of 22 miles, and still have 46.5 volts, 46.4, 46.5, it's flickering back and forth, that any regular weight person, you know, 150, 180, you're still well over 100 pounds lighter than me. Man, you should be able to get 25 to 30 miles out of this thing if you go on, you know, nothing much higher than pedal assist 2, I would say. Just ride around 10 miles an hour most of the time. Should be pretty good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. Hit that bell down there so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. I'd appreciate it. But until next time, have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.